Text message, bitch.
Hold on. Okay. Hello, everybody. This is 5 weeks, 1 day. I made a quick video this morning just because I didn't want to miss making it and I wasn't sure how my day was going to go. So here I am remaking it. Hopefully make it just a little bit better. I'm going to move this camera around. Maybe that'll help with the whole I stare off into space kind of thing in these videos. We'll see how this works. Maybe that'll work. Okay, so yeah, today is 5 weeks, 1 day. I have not weighed myself. Of course, if you watch my videos, you know that I said my son broke my scale a while back. Over the weekend, I had some issues with my son. We ended up at a children's hospital, and he was diagnosed with a tic disorder. Of course, then I went to my family doctor on Monday, and my family doctor said, oh, I don't think it's a tic disorder. I think he has petit mal seizures, which my son does not have petit mal seizures. I have a family full of people that have seizures. My mom, my sister, my daughter has a type of seizure. My husband has types of seizures. My son does not have seizures. Yes, a tic disorder he may have. But we went to a neurologist today, kind of snuck into a neurologist, and he was giving a diagnosis of something called a transient tic disorder, and borderline Tourette's, because he has a vocal tic as well as the motor tics. But we are going tomorrow to the hospital to have an EEG and a CT scan done, and then he'll be seeing a pediatric neurologist after that who will help us figure things out better from there. As far as, hold on, what? Your charger broke?
No, it's just my charger. I can buy a new charger.
Okay. As far as that's concerned, though, I have absolute faith that God will help us deal with it. I can deal with anything as long as I know what it is. It's the not knowing that was driving me nuts. Like, in November, he started with this little all the time. And I was like, JJ, stop. And he's like, what, Mom? I don't know what you're talking about. Well, he had had a really bad cold at that time, and I kind of thought it was just like residual, and like thought maybe he was actually getting used to doing it, so therefore he started doing it all the time. And he got treated by so many different doctors and was on so many different antibiotics and still has this stupid little throat clearing thing that he does. And he got in trouble in school. The teacher said he was disruptive with it, and like she even, like, I fought with his teacher all year long, so like I totally really am not real fond of his teacher anyhow. But she proceeded to tell me, like, right towards the last couple days of school, that they had an assembly at school in which JJ had to sit right beside her, and during the play, the whole time during the play, every time he would do it, she would elbow him, which he would stop. And she's like, so I know he can control it. I don't know why he keeps doing it. And she was like, and then 10 minutes later, I would have to do it again. Well, obviously, he wasn't controlling it then if you're doing it every 10 minutes. And I'm a little confused. It seems to me like teachers are supposed to kind of, I don't want to say that, you know, she's a doctor and she should be trained to look for these things, but she's been a kindergarten education teacher for 30 plus years. Don't you think that she would have known something wasn't right? Anyhow, I know that's totally off topic, but I really had to vent. I'm so frustrated with it all at this point. My son has a little ADHD, which, who isn't? Really. I can deal with any of it. I can honestly. I was scared more than anything. I didn't know what was going on. And the reason we went to the ER Saturday is because we were at a birthday party, and my son, a month and a half or so ago, started this whole thing where he goes like this all the time. Every time you see him, he's blinking his eyes and stretching his eyes like they're burning him or something. And I was thinking he had something in his eye for a while, and he went to an eye doctor and just never put the two together. And then Saturday at this birthday party, I started noticing that my son was throwing his head back like this. Like, he'd be talking and his head would go back. And I thought he was like looking out the bottom part of his eyes like he couldn't see. And I was like, are you having trouble seeing? What's going on? And he's like, no, Mom, I'm not having trouble seeing. I'm fine. But he used to make these little comments all the time when he would get in trouble, because, like, he's in trouble all the time. And I attribute a lot of it to the fact that he's a boy and that he runs rampant with testosterone and ADHD and whatever. But he'd tell me a lot of times when I would ask him, like, why he does certain things. I'm like, why'd you do that, JJ? And he's like, well, I don't know. My brain just told me to. Like, okay. He knows something's different. I know something's different. I'm texting Jess right now. Hi, Jess. How are you? She said she can't wait to have a hot dog and wants to know what my favorite food is now. A hot dog. I love hot dogs, and I miss them so much. But actually, my favorite food right now is my Chike shakes. Believe it or not. Jess is moving somewhere eventually, but I would love to eventually get together with her. I think it would be so cool to meet her. We seem to have a lot in common. A lot of differences, but a lot in common and at the same time. So anyhow, I've been stressing really hard since the weekend, and everything kind of transpired, and trying to get everything figured out with my son. So that's going to kind of make updates a little bit weird for a while, because it's hard for me to concentrate on myself when I have problems with my kids, because my kids comes first. I know I have to remember to take care of myself, because I did just have a major operation, and then I really need to take care of myself. But my children will always come first in my world. So
it's called a text
just have to remember to kind of do both. So anyhow, it's I know I'm kind of like ADHD myself, staring off into space. So that's kind of like my update. I don't really have a scale. The last time I weighed, I was 309.5. I'm figuring I'm still right around there. Maybe, I don't know. I don't imagine I'm up, because I'm not eating anything really of substantial value anymore. I do eat a little bit every day, just weird things. I try ham one day, and the next day I'll try some eggs. And I really love hard-boiled eggs, just the yolk. I mash up the yolk, and I put a little bit of mayonnaise in it. And a little bit of mayonnaise, a little bit of mustard, and a teaspoon of vinegar, and I mix it up just like I was going to make deviled eggs. And I just don't eat the white, because the whites are really hard on me. I can't. I know that's a lot of protein, but I just can't do the whites of the eggs yet. But I can do the yolk. I can do different things. I can eat popcorn, whether I should or not, I don't know. I can eat corn on the cob. I love corn on the cob, just so you know. My little man. Can you see my little man? This is a school picture. This is my baby, my sunshine. So I'm really worried about what's going to go on with him. I know God will help us make it through it, whatever it is. Okay, so that's my update. I guess I will talk to, I don't know, can you hear this ridiculous snoring in the background? Do you want to see what this ridiculous snoring noise is coming from? I don't know.